Hello, this is Susan Fennell, Mayor of the City of Brampton, and I am just delighted to welcome home the Punjabi Press Club, who has just been in Ottawa, in our nation's capital, and I'm so proud that that experience has occurred. I want to congratulate the Punjabi Press Club for bringing the news, the events, the issues, the controversies, all of what is going on, sharing with the community. It is by good, open communication that we keep our citizens well informed and involved in their city. So, thank you.
ब्रैकफास्ट बस से ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵੀਕ ਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੈਕਫਾਸਟ ਬਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਡੈਡੀਕੇਟ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਲੱਬ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਬੈਨਰ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਹਿਸਟੋਰਿਕ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਦੌਰਾ ਕੀਤਾ, ਔਰ ਸਿਰਫ ਦੌਰਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤਿੰਨੋਂ ਪਾਰਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਾਊਂਡ ਟੇਬਲ ਮੀਟਿੰਗਸ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ 27 ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਲੱਬ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ, ਔਰ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਦੋਜ਼ 27 ਅਸੀਂ 41 ਮੀਡੀਆ ਆਊਟਲੈਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਖਬਾਰ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਰੇਡੀਓ ਵੀ ਹੈ, TV ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ 41 ਮੀਡੀਆ ਆਊਟਲੈਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ, ਜਿਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਆਫਕੋਰਸ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਆ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਆ, ਕੁਛ ਇੰਡੀਪੈਂਡੈਂਟ ਜਰਨਲਿਸਟ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫਰੀਲਾਂਸ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਨੇ, ਔਰ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੇਨ ਸਟਰੀਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਫੋਟੋਗ੍ਰਾਫਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਨੇ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸੋ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਇਟ ਵਾਜ਼ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਿੰਗ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਬਟ ਫਰੋਮ ਅ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਆਫ ਵਿਊ, ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਮੇਨ ਸਟਰੀਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਸਕਨੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਸਕਨੇ ਹਾਂ, ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਨੇ ਹਾਂ। ਵੀ ਆਰ ਫੁਲੀ ਇਕਵਿਪਡ ਐਂਡ ਰੈਡੀ। ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸਿਰਫ ਕੋਈ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਨ। ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਐਬੋਰੀਜਨਲ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਵੀ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਇਕੋਨਮੀ ਵੀ, ਵਰਲਡ ਅਫੇਅਰਸ ਵੀ, ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਵੀ। ਸੋ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਨੇਟੋ ਦੇ ਰੋਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ। ਇਹ ਦੌਰਾ 2 ਦਿਨ ਤੱਕ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਰਿਹਾ, 12 ਔਰ 13 ਦਸੰਬਰ, ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੀਲਾ ਕਾਪਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੌਰੇ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਦੀ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਔਰ ਹੈਮਿਲਟਨ ਤੋਂ ਨੇ। ਸਟਾਰਟਡ ਵਿਦ ਅ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਫਾਸਟ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੋਟਲ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਆਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਫਾਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ।
I came out early saying that I thought he should be able to run, and I got some criticism for that, but I think that consistent with my philosophy, the executive should stop changing the rules, because the last leader, Michael Ignatieff, was the interim leader and then he became the leader. And there was no rule, and then all of a sudden there was a new rule. And if you've been in the party for a while, they changed the rules.
Everybody knows the fact that Alfred Apps and Bob don't look eye to eye, so Alfred Apps, the president, really had an agenda to push Bob out of the politics.
But my view of it was, and I was watching from the outside, no members voted on it. The previous leader, who was Michael Ignatieff, brought in by Mr. Apps, came as an interim leader, and then he went right into the leader's office. They didn't even have a vote. Okay? Then he came along and he said, okay, you have to agree to leave. But the same rules didn't apply to the predecessor. And I'm kind of saying the thing that I find has been very destructive in the Liberal Party is that the rules change depending upon who the person is. And you have to have a set of rules that are open and transparent for everyone. That's why open nominations, open leadership. If people are mad at Bob Rae or they don't want him because they think he's destructive or whatever, then please vote against him. I'm not in favor of Bob Rae as the leader. I think my job as president is to set the table in 2 years for a very open leadership with 6 or 7 good candidates and allow them all to go at it, but then let the voters decide. And I'd like to see online voting and open up the voting process so everyone can participate and we actually bring people into the party through the leadership excitement. But I think if you start off by telling people they can't run, let's face it, we're the third party. And we don't have the luxury of kicking people out.
Starting from Mr. Ignatieff, this confused state of affairs Where does it leave the voter when the confidence level is all-time low already, as far as the Liberal Party goes? So where is the building up process?
Well, I think that's what we're in the process of. I mean, this convention right now, they have almost 3,000 people registered to come to this convention, okay? It's 3 times as big as the NDP and the Conservative conventions after the election. So if we actually manage to reform the party, to bring in new people,
Reform how? When this
Well-
confused state of affairs, when we have a leader who would run, not
Yeah.
run, when the whole executive body or the constitutional process is not clear to begin with.
no, but I think the executive body is going to be changed. I want to start running from the 15th of January like an election campaign. So I'm going to identify the 308 ridings. I'm going to have a grid of the weakest ridings, the middling ridings, and the strongest ridings, and I'm going to have a different strategy for each of them. Because right now, the Liberals lost our deposit in 1/3 of the ridings in Canada, and those ridings have not seen a Liberal in years. I'm actually setting up a tour bureau, and we're going to have all the past leaders touring, 5 days in the spring and 5 days in the fall, and I'm going to manage tours of all senior past Liberals. Herb Dollywell is going to travel the country. One of the issues that we're going to be tackling is we're going to tackle the government's decision to put a freeze on family reunification. And we're actually going to get meetings going in every region of the country on those issues. We're going to have different languages on our website. So when you go to the liberal.ca website, you're actually going to be able to read fact sheets in Punjabi on exactly what the government has done. So we're going to have a communication strategy, and I would like to speak to you about you collectively. I'd like to meet with the community newspaper associations to try and see if we can get a Liberal message in and purchase to advertising on an ongoing basis so that we can actually be present in different media on an ongoing basis, not just in the areas where we actually have sitting members, but writ large.